Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to part 12 of my Death Stranding 2 Platinum walkthrough. At the F2 South Depot, just going to come in here and complete that order. Order 360 elimination. I was going to hold a few pieces of cargo back, so I got quite a lot of lost cargo for him as well. I don't think you need to hold anything back on this occasion, because his third rank does not get locked. I think it goes straight through. You'll see it go straight through in a minute. And rank 4 takes a lot of likes to get him up past it. So it's not like you're going to get him past star level 4 anyway. I mean, unless you've been doing a lot of optional stuff that I've not been doing. Yeah, that trophy actually popped it here as well. Long distance lugger. Yes, I actually had to reload this because there's a bit of a mess up with my recording. But yeah, long distance lugger. That's kind of like a natural trophy. You're going to get that at some point anyway. I think it's for delivering a cargo 80 kilometers or something like that. But yeah, you're bound to get that naturally at some point. So yes, I've gotten past level 3. So I've unlocked the combat power gloves level 2. I'm going to craft some of them. And because I forgot to craft a boost skeleton, I'm going to craft one of them as well. We're also going to craft 3 PCC level 2s. Because we're going to need them a bit later in this vid. Yeah, 3 PCC level 2s. I do it here because there's plenty of materials here in storage. In his storage. I do take them out in a second, but before I do that, yeah, I'm going to craft them. So I'm going to craft a boost skeleton, because I have not done so yet. I'm going to craft combat power gloves, level 2. And I'm also going to craft PCC level 2 as well, but 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them. The reason is because we're going to set up a quick zipline network from the governor base over to the mine with ceramics. So that if you ever get short of ceramics, guys, you can just pop over there, zipline across the mine quickly, grab ceramics and zipline back. Yep, or even to just every now and then check it, see if there's any in storage for you, take them out and put them back into DHV. Because yeah, a bit later, ceramics will get very tight. Our stock will get quite low if you've been accumulating things similar way to what I have. Yeah, now I've crafted them, I am now taking out all the materials. So from here, we're going over to the Northern Environmental Observatory, where this main order target location is. So on the way there, we're going to grab some lost cargo from our storage. Any lost cargo from a share locker, which is for Northern Environmental Observatory. You can also take some for the animal shelter, Rainbow Valley and Rainey's shelter as well if you want to. Which is while we are over there, you can drop it off in the Northern Observatory ready for later. You don't have to. Just Northern Observatory is a little bit closer, so it just takes out one of the legs of transporting it. So later on, when they're at the Northern Observatory, we can go straight to animal shelter across there and deliver it then. Yeah, so see all this, I'm going to take all that out, guys, and put it in my truck if I've got space. Anything for like the Dowser, you can leave that in there. To be honest, we are going to the Dowser a bit later. But I think I come back here before I go there. Or it might be that I warp there from DHV. We'll see a bit later. Yeah, I think I warp there in the DHV. So yes, any lost cargo for Northern Observatory, Animal Shelter, Rainy Shelter or Rainbow Valley, take it in the truck. Also take all the materials. Make sure you've got 3 PCC level 2s. And yeah, of course you've crafted a boost skeleton and combat power gloves level 2. So lost cargo, if you've got any lost cargo on you at the moment in the truck, which you bought from like the Dowser and from over there, you can put that into the private locker. So the inventor, leave that here at F2. But if you've got any lost cargo for West Knot City, or West Fort Knot, I think mix them up now with the first game. But yeah, West Fort Knot. If you've got any cargo for West Fort Knot, send it on the monorail over to West Fort Knot. So it's there ready for later. So when we go to West Fort Knot later on, we'll have loads of lost cargo in storage and we can just deliver all that. So yes, only West Fort Knot. So yeah, come into your monorail and put all the West Fort Knot cargo into the West Fort Knot container bed. That's it. Do not get on it. I didn't mean to click that. Yeah, in the dispatch. All you want is your cargo in it. That's it. Send it on its way. So yeah, we'll get there later. and we can just deliver all that lost cargo to West Fort Knott. Any cargo for the inventor, and like I say the Dowser, leave that in the storage here at F2. F2 and West Fort Knott are the closest locations to the inventor. So I'm just going to leave that there. That's it. Once ready, get in your truck. Yeah, I hope you caught all that. A lot of messing about there in the menus. Yeah, 5 minutes worth. First 5 minutes in the menus. Okay, so it's quite dark. Yeah, it's dark out tonight. So, you see that track? That's normally where you go if you follow the tracks, but that's where she ends up. There it is. See that little green man? That's where we're going. So yeah, the game, it kind of wants you to follow the tracks, but if you just come around here, for some reason it puts that green icon on the map so you know exactly where to go. And this path I'm taking, it's more of a smooth path to get there. It's quite flat. Yes, that's why I've gone that way. You won't really find any lost cargo on the way, I don't think. To be honest, I think I do find one for the animal shelter. And don't change difficulty. Remember to leave it on casual, because if you remember, we've put that standard order inside the DHV. Do you remember that standard order we took out? Yep, and we left it in the DHV. If you change it to story now, then that standard order is going to default to story difficulty, and it means you'll not be able to actually get the proper S rank on it, or legends, which is needed for the trophy. Yeah, for the trophy you have to complete them with an S rank on casual or above. Yes, there's that lost cargo, Rainbow Valley. I think I peed out. I didn't mean to. I think the truck just grabs it as I drive past. Oh yeah, seems I went out my way. But yeah, for the F2, I'm not going to grab that because we're not going back to the F2 for quite a while, I don't think. So just leave that there. Yeah, so at the target location, there'll be something on the floor, and when you approach it, there'll be a cutscene, and there'll be a bunch of fights with mechs. Yeah, it'll be 2 waves. I think it's 3 and 3, or 3 and 4. But yeah, these mech enemies, they're indicated by the upside down triangle on the weapon menus, as I was saying, so you know if a weapon's effective against them or not. And I normally first I shoot one with my machine gun. When you kill the first, they'll drop a ghost blade. Ghost blade is kind of like their melee sword they use, but it kills them in like 3 hits. So it's a little bit quicker than using your weapon, your firearms. Yeah, this jacket, just approach it guys, you'll get out your truck automatically and trigger a cutscene. Do not worry about your truck. Once the DHV comes back, I think it automatically appears inside the DHV. Yeah, it gets warped there automatically. Yeah, I don't know why 5 or more pulls come out. Maybe on high difficulties, more of these spawn at once. Yeah, take out the first one. As you see, they've got a lot of armor. They'll drop a ghost blade. Grab it, guys, and that should kill on casual. They'll kill these in 3 hits by just melee attacking them. Yeah, there it is. Ghost blade works really well against these. But don't use it on human enemies, as you probably just saw then when you highlight it in the menu. I think it's orange, so it might actually kill human enemies. And of course you do not want to do that, as it causes a void out. Yeah, this is where the next wave spawns. Yeah, I think it's 3 again, or 4. So yeah, 3 hits. I think you can block by holding L2 and R2. I mean, I've not really done too much of melee attacks at the moment. Yeah, so I'm normally just shooting enemies from a distance, trying to get stealth eliminations, because it increases your score. Right, so once you've defeated them all, go back over to the jacket and interact with it, guys, when the prompt appears to pick it up. Yeah, these ghost blades, you won't find any for quite a while. If you want to take a few to put in your private locker, you can do. Yeah, little yellow jacket. Yep, and your DHV is back. So now we can take all that cargo out of the DHV, guys, and leave it at the Northern Observatory. And we've also got that standard order. It can be very easy to do. Just take it out, deliver it, and jobs are good in. Yeah, and once you've done all this here, we're going to warp to the governor base, like I was saying, to set up that zipline network to the ceramic mine. Yeah, because some cutscenes in the private locker, sorry, private room in the DHV. Yeah, so Hartman's going to be next. Hartman, and then it'll be a pizza man, then the architect, and then data scientist. Then it'll be the mother, forget the motherboard or something. Yeah, it'll be the mother. Then we need to go all the way back to F2, then back to mother, and then it's pioneer, and then mechanic. Yeah, it's kind of what we're going to be doing in like the next 5 videos or so. So yes, all this cargo in my truck, I'm now going to put it in the DHV, of course. Yes, all the materials I took out from F2. And all this lost cargo for the Northern Observatory, Animal Shelter, Rainbow Valley and Rainey's Shelter, take it out. And also make sure you don't forget to take out that standard order. That's it, take it all out, put it in your truck. Now let's go over to the Northern Observatory. Yeah, when we have to do the main order that goes from the mother load all the way back to F2 and then back again, that's when I'm going to grab a albino kangaroo and take it to the animal shelter. Yeah, that'll probably be in like part 16 or 15 or 16. Right, so terminal. Yeah, deliver and report. Got a lot to deliver to him. So as always, leave 1 or 2 pieces separately so we can deliver that afterwards, guys, in case he gets a lock near the end of one of his stars. I don't think there's any locks due to emails. Not what I've noticed so far. I mean, maybe there is 1 or 2 later. But it seems more so now that they get locked just before going into a next star rank, so you can get some dialogue or something, or maybe a main order is locking it. So yes, deliver that and then deliver what is remaining. Yeah, premium shirts.
I certainly wasn't expecting.
Yeah, so you're still quite a fair way off the 4th star. Okay, so I've delivered all my cargo to him. Now I'm going to put all that cargo for an animal shelter, Rainbow Valley and Rainy Shelter into his private locker. So later on, guys, if we're coming past and we're going to that area, we can take all this with us. Yeah, normally the weight of the cargo, it normally is a good indication that it's going to give you a lot of likes. For example, you can get like a small cargo, which will be like 3 kilos, 5 kilos, 10 kilos, 15 kilos. The one which is 15 is likely going to give you more likes, sometimes more than a medium piece, which is a very low weight. So keep that in mind. Normally, the heavier it weighs, the more likes you're going to get. Yep, so leave it all in your private locker. Anything you want to take with you? Yeah, we're going to be warping in the DHV soon, so do not take any lost cargo to put it in the DHV. If you remember, any lost cargo in the DHV, if you leave it in the share locker and transport it, there will not be a penalty. Of course, you just have to hope that it's still in that share locker when you get back. Yeah, any lost cargo in the share locker, if you leave it in there, when you warp in the DHV, there will not be a penalty. It's only a penalty once you take it out of the shared locker. So yes, now guys, we're warping over here to the government's base. Yeah, warp to government's base. Right, let's go and grab some ceramics. Yeah, I've got a good stock of everything. Part 14, I think, we're going to build a lot of roads. And you're going to spend about 4,000 of metals and ceramics. So we're going to get through our stock quite quick when we do that. So you always want to make sure your stock is quite high. We can always go back to Mexico, complete orders there, and get a load of materials from there. Of course, there's no roads in Mexico, so you're not going to be using it all. So you put all that back in your DHV, get loads back. But yeah, that's something we'll think about later. Maybe we'll go to Mexico, guys, once my stock starts getting quite low. Yes, you want them 3 PCC level 2s. You also want a floating carrier, by the way, guys. Yeah, you also want a floating carrier. Yeah, make sure you got them 3 PCCs with you. You might not need them, but just in case, Yeah, make sure you have a floating carrier level 2 if it's unlocked. If not, take a level 1. You'll need it. If you don't have one, or you end up having too much weight and you can't fit it all on, then just make one trip, go back and get a rest, guys, and come back. Just means a bit more time. So yes, like I say, floating carrier level 2 if you have, if not level 1, and 2 or 3 PCC level 2s. Right, let's do it. Yeah, I'm not taking my truck, I'm actually going to go on foot because we're going to use some zipline to get back. I'm taking my truck over to the government's base because I think there might be some materials in here for me. But we'll check him in a second. First, we'll make our way to the mine. So you might have a zipline down nearby. If there is, keep it in mind. So I'm not going to put one down there. If there's no zipline near the base, put one down there yourself. Yes, and then make our way over here, guys, to that mine. You remember the range on these ziplines is 300 meters. You can actually curve them now, which is nice. Yeah, on the original it's just a straight line, but now you can curve them like an arc, so they basically avoid any obstacles in the way. Yeah, I'll show you where a good spot is. So of course we've got one down near the government's base, and putting one down near here is normally a good spot. Remember, try to get somewhere high up as well, so it has a better clearance and better viewpoint. Yeah, so PCC level 2 and zipline. So there it is, 260 meters away, so I still have a good way to go yet, but we'll lob it here. Yes, you see you can press triangle or square to make it go in an arc, either vertically or horizontally, I think. Right, while it's building, I'm going to come over here. You might find ceramics on the floor nearby, so keep an eye out for some. I think I do find a bit. Yeah, there's some. I know resin, it's resin. I'm sure there's ceramics somewhere, like 320, sitting between some rocks. But anyway, we're just coming over here. That's a plan what we're doing at the moment. Some lost cargo there for the government's base, but it's too far away. I was going to grab it, but it's right in the middle of a lake, so I'll leave it. Right, so yes, look at these stash of ceramics that have been built here for me. So yes, just check here from time to time, guys, to get more ceramics. There will be a bigger mine later of ceramics, but it's quite later into the story. So take all them out. Yeah, you have to put them in the floating carrier. That's why we needed it for. Yeah, so offload the floating carrier and then you can choose to put it into it, like so. Yeah, you can check share locker as well and the facility storage. See if there's any left in there by other players. Right, and I'm actually going to craft some more myself. If you upgrade these, you can craft more. You get more yield when you craft. I'm not sure exactly how much more yet, because I've not actually upgraded one to level 3 myself. But it's something I think I need to test out. So I'm going to come over one time on my other accounts and just check how much greater the yield is when it's at level 3. You know, if it's like double, it might be worth it, but if it's only like 20% more ceramics, I'm not quite sure if it's going to be worth it or not. Right, so once you're ready, guys, so yes, you've got all this cargo, floating carrier. You can only take one floating carrier on the zip line, and I didn't have to use it on my PCCs because other players had already built a few zip lines for me. Yeah, so quick way, if you ever need to get more ceramics, guys, warp here, zip line across, grab them, zip line back, there you go. Remember to always bring a floating carrier with you. Level 2 if you have one, because if not, you're going to get there and realise you can't take it all with you. And you have to come all the way back, craft one, and then head back. If you upgrade these zip lines, they do actually move you a bit faster. I'm not quite sure how much faster yet. Yeah, but if you read the upgrade menu, it'll tell you that if you upgrade them to level 2, I think, or it might be level 3, yes, they push you along the zip line a lot quicker. Yeah, the roads as well, you can upgrade the roads later, but you have to unlock that feature. You can upgrade them later to level 2, which make it so the roads push you along them quicker. I didn't mean to take that cargo off. I was just holding L2 and R2 to stabilise myself, and each decided to grab a cargo from there instead. Right, lob all this in the truck. Yep, and then while we're here, guys, we'll see if the government base has any. To be honest, we can't really take any lost cargo anyway because we're going to be warping in the DHV, and it will lose everything anyway. So you're not really going to get any likes from it. Right, float carrier, put that in the pickup locker, in the in the pickup off-roader. We can leave it in the private locker for later, for next time we have to come here and do this. Yeah, so he's not really got any orders, just for West Fort Knott. You can check his share locker, see if he's got any materials in there. Yeah, but he hasn't really. Right, that's all we want to do. Yeah, you can take out any materials you might have as well. He's got quite a lot of ceramics in there. I'm not quite sure if I left this in, or if it's just what's built up over time. You know, since we were last here, which was a good few hours ago. Yeah, so from here, we're going to warp over to the Dowser. We're going to do a standard order for him. And then that'll be it. It's like a recovery order, and it'll get a Dowser up to level 4, I think, which will unlock Boost Skeleton level 3. The Dowser goes up really quick, actually. I don't think he needs many likes to get him to 5 stars. Right, yeah, lob all that in the private, in the pickup off-roader. Yeah, I'll keep getting the two mixed up, private locker, truck. I just need to say truck and private locker. Yeah, so put all the materials in your truck. Right, back onto the DHV. And then we're going to get rid of this and take out a bike, and then automatically put all your stock inside into private locker. You remember, if you've got a vehicle on the loading bay and you put it into storage, then all the cargo inside will automatically go inside the private locker on the DHV. So if you're planning to change vehicles, no need to spend time taking out all the cargo. Yeah, so warp to the Dowser. Right, so once you spawn in, yes, I'm going to come over to the terminal. And what you want now, guys, is a long range bike. Yeah, see if there's any lost cargo here for the Dowser. Don't look like it. Yeah, so I'm going to have to craft a bike. When it comes to online vehicles, by the way, it doesn't really happen in DHV, I don't think. But in like a depot with a private room or a safe house, for example, which we can craft later. Yeah, you want a long range bike now, guys. And make way over to the Dowser. Take any lost cargo with you for them. Yeah, when it comes to online vehicles, like I say, in a safe house or a depot, if you save your game and then go into the safe house, garage or the depot garage, and there'll be loads of online vehicles, right? Then what you do, you recycle them all, you come out, you save your game again, reload it, and there'll be all new online vehicles in there. So if you don't quite get a vehicle you want with the attachments you want, because crafting vehicles yourself and the attachments is very expensive. If you don't quite get the one you want, you can just recycle them, save your game, reload, and you'll get a bunch of new ones. Yeah, that's what I was doing on one of my other accounts. And actually, recycling vehicles does actually get you a lot of materials as well. So doing that standard order now, guys. Recover cargo, metal dowsing instruments ×4. Yeah, that's standard order from the Dowser. Yes, make sure you're in casual difficulty, of course, because you want to get an S rank. So yeah, it's not too far away, it's just on top of that mountain. Yeah, then from the Dowser, we're going over to Hartman. So any lost cargo you see for anywhere else, you don't really need to take it, unless of course you want to. You will not find any for Hartman yet, because we've not actually unlocked him. So yeah, you're not going to find any for him, unless of course you're lucky, I guess. But I don't think any lost cargo. It disappeared for him actually. We do find some on the way to him, but yeah, that's on the way. I don't think we're going to find any out here, not until we've kind of unlocked him. But yeah, on this mountain, guys, as you can see, this is all that cargo for that standard order for the Dowser. Try not to damage this. If you try to pick up cargo on your bike and you're driving too fast, it will take damage. Yeah, so slow down before you pick it up. I know you can pick it up if you drive fast, but yes, like I say, it will take damage. You'll notice, drive really fast, press triangle as you drive past. You'll grab it, but you'll see the cargo icon on the left flash, meaning it took damage. So yeah, slow down when you're picking it up. That's it, that second piece. Yeah, that main order where we had to follow tomorrow yesterday. I think it brings you over if you follow her footprints. Yeah, well, it brings you near here somewhere, guys. It takes you over this mountain. Of course, if you know where to go, then it's really quick to just drive around, do an order on the way, and then drive to a target location. So this is number 3. Or is that the 4th one? Oh, that's it. That's all 4. Well, once you've got all 4, guys, try not to damage them. So be careful when you drive down these hills that you don't drop down like a very steep hill, like you can do. Or you go over like a tip, like you go over a point of a hill and you do like a little jump. Yeah, be very careful. Quite easy to damage cargo that way, like I did then. Just went airborne for a moment. We're probably going to get loads of standard orders for delivery and recovery type, so they shouldn't be a problem. The problem is the elimination type orders, elimination and destruction. They're the ones where we're going to kind of struggle a bit to get S ranks, because not many. So whenever you're doing elimination and destruction, try to make sure you always get an S rank. So like I said, there will not be many of them. Delivery type and recovery type, you can afford to mess up on them a little bit. Like I said, we'll be doing quite a few, but yes, elimination, try to make sure you always get S rank on them, guys, going forward when we do them types. Right, let's deliver it, get him up to level 4 and unlock that boost skeleton level 3. Yes, that mine, we're actually going to craft that in the next video. We're going to bring the next mine online, and that'll complete the full part of this monorail. Yeah, all that part, and it'll get us a trophy for completing a complete section of the monorail. Yes, there we go, level 4. Like I say, she goes up really quick. Yeah, boost skeleton level 3. Silver and gold, of course. I think that's just because I've pre-ordered the game. Yeah, so all we do now, guys, is we're going to craft a boost skeleton level 3, and that'll be it for part 12. So yes, part 13, to look ahead, we're going to be going kind of past the mountains behind the Dowser. We're going to finish that monorail, get a trophy for that, and then we're going to make our way over to Hartman. When you get to Hartman, by the way, you unlock a thing you can craft called a transponder. It allows you to teleport, but of course you can't teleport with any cargo on you, unfortunately. But yes, then from Hartman we'll go to Pizza Chef, and I think that'd be it for part 13. So yes, that's a bit of a look ahead, guys, for what's coming next. So I'm just going to save my game, and that'll be it for that one. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on part 13 tomorrow.